Hi everyone, my name is Jeff, and today I would like to talk about the nature of appearances, which is a major concept in esoteric Buddhism, energetic shapes. I'll be talking about the third noble truth, be neither attracted nor repulsed. We'll tie these things together among other things I'd like to say in this short video. What kind of kicked off this idea for this video was remembering and listening to music by my teacher, Dr. Frederick Lenz, also known as Rama. He created a music with Zazen, a group of his students, a group of really fantastic musicians. And the name of the album was, this was many years ago, Zen Master. And there's a particular song, a particular kind of phrasing in one of those tracks that grabbed my attention fairly recently. And he, in the on the track, he talks about that there are radiant worlds spinning in his mind, and the way he expressed that in the music in that song really grabbed my attention, and I remembered it. And it really applies to something I'm working on in my own life, and we'll express in this video. So to be able to perceive the vastness of the universe, of reality, and where it's perceiving these worlds, many worlds, just kind of flowing through his mind, and it's very radiant and ecstatic. And so remind me of this, and to get get a taste for that, and actually get better and deeper in our practice, be able to actually become more aware of the immensity and the brightness and happiness of the vastness and of the higher worlds, radiant spheres and worlds, is terribly exciting, and something we all can make progress on, can do if we're interested in something like that. And I was going to also mention about energetic shapes that I mentioned in my own book, Folding the Mind, Unique Discoveries We All Can Make into Deeper Reality. That in that section of the book, in that chapter, so part of that chapter, I mentioned driving through the Dene Nation and the Hopi Reservation and different power spots there, like the North Rim of the Grand Canyon, and also Bryce Canyon. These are two major power spots. The Grand Canyon, both the North Rim and South Rim, and so on. And and also some interaction with some friends that I had there on the reservation in the Dene Nation. It's just a wonderful. I even recently drove through the Dene Nation again on my way back home in Arizona, and I just always have such a good experience. Just feel the rawness and the power that's emanating from that land. It's more unformatted type of awareness, and really has an effect on me, and something I really enjoy. But the shape, the energetic shapes of the different types of experiences, direct experiences I'm having with the land or with people there, it has an energy to it, a distinctive type of look and feel. And I take notice of that as I've gotten, and I'm sure each one has experienced this in their own way as we go deeper in our meditation practice, as we go deeper into quieting down the mind. And and also in our mindfulness practice, which goes hand in hand with meditation practice. We get more sensitive. And if we're working our practice properly, we can notice more, we can observe more, we can have more deeper, direct experience with all sorts of deeper types of energies and awareness. It's really endless. It's really fascinating. The nature of appearances, which is the concept of appearances and projections, which is big in Buddhism and other types of practices too. To be able to notice the type of nature of the appearances of the physical world, for instance, all the different aspects of it, let alone the higher type astral type plane in worlds, let alone the very deep causal, the formless. These things become very possible over a period of time if we really are interested in that once again and are interested in deepening our practice and working at it in a fun way. It's really quite, can be quite joyful and happy, and that's the idea, and be able to let go more. The fixation that I've noticed, for instance, in my own practice, if I'm notice something in the physical world, and it's a very distinctive in some way, noticing us being in nature, and something about the way the wind flows through the landscape and through the plant life there, let alone the energy of the different animals and the energy of the land. By paying attention to that, it's can get quite deep and it can get enriched all the time as we get deeper in our practice. The actually appearances of the world become richer and more bright and more vibrant. And that is one indication that we're actually going deeper in our practice, in our meditation practice and mindfulness practice, is that things are getting happier and brighter. And there's knowledge. Everything really is made out of knowledge. Everything's embedded with knowledge. And we can pick up on different types of intelligence that's everywhere, really, in nature, and let alone in the cities, in really everywhere. But what we can actually do with these things, if we're over fixated, and I've noticed this in my own practice, if I get attached, I'm over fixated on what I'm seeing, and I'm judging it in some way, then that kind of binds me into it. And then it actually can affect the vibrancy of the experience, and actually can end up being, if it's more fixated, it's actually doesn't have the type of flow of energy to it, a type of flow of awareness to it, that is really something to be engendered. If we're noticing that we're actually having less energy and there's a kind of a dullness in what we're seeing, and we're sort of attached to it, then that's something to pay attention to and to let go of. We can easily, after a while with practice, actually notice our energy levels and whether we're in a more contracted state or more expansive state. Obviously, we want to continually be in a more expansive state. We can notice where we are in that regard in our awareness, and then do something about it, preferably immediately. So this is part of our mindfulness practice, and part of what I'm saying today is to notice as we're walking through life, as we're walking through our day, and the different interactions we have in nature with other people, what is going on? How does I call that a type of appearance. What is its shape? What is going on with that appearance? How are we affected by it? And are we over-focused on something? Are we actually attached in some way? Or are we having more fun? Are we in a higher flow? It's obviously ideal, and the idea is to get into a deeper flow, into flow with the nature of appearances that we see in our physical world, let alone the appearances that happen in the as we go deeper into reality. Let's say it's a higher astral type experience, which is still a form, but it has a different type of look and feel to it. And it's very exciting, but also we could get attached in some way or over fixated on a higher astral type of experience. Although it would be preferable to be engaged with that rather than a problematic type physical type of experience. So if I bring in the concept of being neither attracted nor repulsed, which is the third noble truth of the four noble truths, is a very important one. Being neither attracted to, over attracted to desires or repulsed by our reactions to something that is perceived as negative, which is a type of judgment. If we get better at letting go, at being less attached, being less attached doesn't mean that we're detached or that we're somehow being cold or something. It is actually a powerful thing to be neither attracted nor repulsed, and it's done in a very balanced, compassionate, and very powerful, flowing way. So it's a very positive way of optimizing what we're perceiving. So I at least wanted to present a little bit about that today. I have mentioned the nature of energetic shapes in a previous video a while back, but I wanted to talk today, at least remind myself and to remind others that are working on this type of thing, the value of paying attention to really everything, the physical appearances, the higher astral, and what we might experience, and also on the deep causal, which takes a while, but can be done by quieting down the mind and actually eventually going beyond thought for a period of time. It's just a wonderful type practice. We're using our perceptual vehicle, this wonderful vehicle that we have, this wonderful instrument that I don't think anything compares to it, really. It's just something that that I continue to value and try to work with and optimize. I'm very big into how to use our perceptual vehicle in a holistic, natural way. The quieting down the mind is just a very natural type of process, and our instrument, our perceptual vehicle, becomes fairly fine-tuned. If we're doing our practice correctly, it becomes very sensitive. We become very sensitive to something to really be aware of and to protect and to nurture and to be vigilant about that, anything that can affect that type of sensitivity. That sensitivity can take us very deep. It's very important to be able to perceive what is taking place as we go deeper into reality, the deeper higher astral, for instance, and the deeper causal. Being able to practice properly and have the correct balance and sensitivity and strength to be able to hold what we're focusing on, but not in an attached way, not being bound in to what these appearances that we might see, even the very brightest of all experiences, we don't want to be attached to. We want to have a very fluid mind and keep an expansive mind and keep things flowing, which is quite an art form. So there's so many things to say about that. I've alluded to these things in previous videos, and now brought it up again for a particular focus in regards to energetic shapes and appearances, projections really. It appears that we ourselves are a type of projection. And to be able to pay attention and observe as we go deeper in our practice, also the patterns, what is going on, and how the reality really works, how it flows. This is something, getting back to what I mentioned about Rama, my teacher, and what he was trying to express in that song, on that track, is a master album. It's something, it's just, once again, a very happy and exciting and creative type thing we can do really forever, because the universe, reality is just constantly shifting and moving in just incredible ways, and there's just so much to discover. It's really endless as far as I can tell, and so definitely something to continue for us to get up every day in the morning, and no matter how we might feel, we may not feel so great one day, and we might be discouraged or frustrated about things going on in our life, in our progressions and our careers or creative activities, and to know that we can change these things around very quickly. There's always something new to learn and to see, and to practice, to let go, continually to let go more, continue to work on not over focusing, over fixating on these appearances and projections. And something always to learn about quieting down the mind, and how to go deeper into reality, and to have fun there, and to stay frosty, is the term that my own teacher used. So I'll leave it at that for this video, and we'll continue to go deeper into the many different aspects of what I'm talking about, these nature of appearances, and so many other things that I'm interested in and making inroads into, so we all kind of move at our own pace, but have our own way of perceiving that is exciting. So thank you.